Hello, I'm dressed a bit rugged today. This being Friday, I'm recording this for Sunday, and it's the season of creation, beginning today, the 1st of September. And I've been getting in the mood for the season of creation. I want to present something here. I've just been out in the garden, hence the hat and some rugged clothes. And I've really been getting into the dirt, so I got my hands covered with dirt. I thought that'd be good for the season of creation. And I want to show you some pictures that I've been taking of around the monastery grounds. Some of the bushes that I planted 2 or 3 years ago, and we did season of creation back then, and I showed you some parts of what I'd done. So here's some of the results of it. Now if I can get this thing working, here we go. This is a couple of pictures from Mission Hill and close by, just outside the office. Now the one on the left I planted about 3 or 4 years ago, and now they're in this beautiful bloom of white. And there's another one just outside the window here. I've looked after that for a few years, and that's really going well also. This is down in the front of the monastery, what I call the northeast garden. And so we've got in the left hand side there's at least a wattle, a gum tree, other small ones in the background, all those grasses that grow here all over the hill. And then there's another one with those purpley flowers, and they're going really well. I'm really happy with them. And there's a lot in those areas, a lot of smaller plants and bigger ones. Some will go high right up, like that gum tree will go very high eventually, and some of the others will be mid-level. This is some of the flowers going up the drive. I didn't plant those, but we've been looking after them, and they just put their flowers out in due course. And everything is flowering early. It's an early spring, so we've got a lot of flower around. Now these ones, I bought them at the Randwick Community Nursery, and some of them, the smaller ones at the base, are from my nursery, some succulents and some other ones. Now they will be planted in this area, which is down by the front gate where those big gum trees are across from the church. And I've got some holes dug already where they would be planted, and this will be a community planting. Priests and brothers from the monastery are invited to come down and to plant a tree. Now this will be an area which we will call a mini bush. I've got some that are Banksia, a couple of gum trees and a grevillea. They will grow fairly high. Then some grasses around the base and some lower ones. And I'll interweave that with some other plants. So that will hopefully in a few years be a mini bush, and hopefully invite birds and other insects and things into it. And we have our birds that are around the place all the time. Now this crow, if I just don't move around, if I'm just sitting or whatnot, he just walks around and does what he wants to do, and he was very close to me there. And then we have our kookaburras up in the tree. Often they're just outside the office, up in the trees, and they just do what they do. So that's a little bit of what's going on up here on the monastery hill around the season of creation. One thing I missed out on, I may be able to put it in yet, is wattle. We have 2 in the northwest garden at the front of the monastery. We have 2 beautiful big wattle trees that are out in full bloom. And last week or so I travelled down to Victoria to do the mission appeal at Blackburn Parish in Melbourne. Then I travelled out to the Western District to our Monterey College. All the way along, the wattle was out in full bloom. So it's early, should be around this time now, but 2 weeks ago it was out in full bloom. So we have an early year of blossoming. So that's something for the season of creation. I hope you're able to do something for that, plant a tree or get into composting or doing something to help our creation, because there's a lot of destruction going on, and I am very fearful that we are going to destroy a lot of our creation. So, season of creation, that is part of our mission.